Welcome back, students. Today you're going to learn about variations, causes of variations to be more specific. And yeah, by definition, these are observable differences in the genetic makeup of organisms and the importance for survival of organisms through natural selection. And what are the causes of genetic variations? Well, fertilization is one of them, or sexual reproduction, if you like. Mutations is another one. And we have gamete formation through crossing over and independent assortment in gamete formation. And then we have the gene flow, which is mainly observed in plants. Oh yeah, so fertilization occurs at cell level where we have the nucleus of the sperm cell and the egg cell fusing. This is very much rich in the DNA, and that fusion enables for new gene combinations, which gives rise to the offsprings that will definitely push on with the generations, and that's really critical for continuity. The second cause is mutations. Well, this involves changes in the DNA sequence. Sometimes this can bring advantageous characteristics to an organism. And many times the changes occur at the gene level, like the genotype, and doesn't really show on the phenotype, which is what we can see, but it happens spontaneously, sometimes without really any, known cause, because there are so many errors that happen when DNA replicates and a cell is undergoing cell division. So yeah, but we have known causes like uranium, a very, very highly volatile chemical material which causes variations. We have cyanide gas, among others. We call them mutagens because they cause variations. They actually interfere with the DNA sequencing at cell level, causing variations. Well, there are higher chances of more mutations depending on age of an individual. That is why getting children at very old age, those offsprings end up having a lot of mutation-related kind of conditions. And the third cause is crossing over in gamete formation, which occurs during meiosis. And as you can see, we have the homologous pairs of chromosomes aligned, and we have different segments or sections of the chromosomes crossing over literally at the chiasma, that point where we have the green and red. The color codes are just to help you understand this. And when they break off after cell division, then you see we have portions or sections of blue and red mixed up together, and these have a great impact in terms of the variations that they display or control or cause at the organism level. So that's another major cause. And on independent assortment as a cause of genetic variation, well, this is backed by Mendel's principle of independent assortment, which states that alleles of different genes will segregate independently into gametes. Well, this happens in meiosis, and it's an event where alleles assort independently. It's mostly like probability, where if you're tossing a coin, it will lay the land in head or tail. You don't know which one will. But remember, that's just an example with two probabilities. But in independent assortment, the cases are so many. The new combinations of alleles, especially in anaphase, are so many. They are so varied, which gives rise to genetic variations, which is pretty interesting. Well, gene flow, which is the fourth or the last cause, which is just an extra additional point right there, is mostly occurs when organisms migrate into a population. And this is very one interesting example is, for example, say like pollination, be it by wind or pollinators, which would happen over great distances, giving rise to new combinations when it comes to organisms. And remember, sexual reproduction or fertilization still plays a very key role when it comes to actualizing some of these genetic variations. And some examples of variations in plants are very interesting. You have like the modified leaves of carnivorous plants, like the Venus flytrap, where the leaves are modified to be able to trap insects because they grow in areas that are very deficient in nitrogen, so they get their nitrogen by feeding on insects, and that's a survival mechanism. Remember, it's survival for the fittest in this world, right? Development of flowers that resemble insects, or very brightly colored flowers for the insect pollinated flowers, so that it can lure pollinators. In animals, for example, we have traits like snakes that fly. I know those are examples that are a bit extreme. Animals that play dead when attacked by organisms, or when they are targeting a prey. And animals that mimic leaves, even camouflage, are some examples. Very, very extreme or obviously open examples of variations, apart from the other variations that I gave in the other videos. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed, please do so if you're interested in learning about genetics, and I thank you